What up, y'all? This your man King Crooked, and this is my story from my mouth. I am 44 years old. That's not my Wikipedia age, but I'm 44, and I'm from Long Beach, California, and I reside in Long Beach, California.
Um, how would you say was your upbringing? Poor, middle class, or rich?
Poor, probably below the poverty line, the real struggle.
Right.
Right.
Um, did you grow up in a single or co-parented home?
Single parent home. Grew up in a single parent home, moms. You know what I'm saying?
As a kid, what did you think you were going to be?
I always knew I was going to be an MC. You know what I mean? My mom and her twin sister, my auntie Charlene, rest in peace. They put me in the studio when I was 8 years old, and I recorded my first song called Microphone Controller. You know what I'm saying? So no matter what I was doing in this world, I always knew I was put here to be a rapper and an MC.
What would you say was your first career choice?
Music. That was my first career choice. You know what I mean? Like, I saw young rappers getting on, you know what I mean? And I figured that I could too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted to be one of the first child genius rappers, you know what I mean? Before we start seeing kids like Chris Cross on the scene and Another Bad Creation and, things like that. I wanted to be that first dude, young kid out there. So I used to always rap with the older dudes and get my skills together, sharpen my sword, because I really wanted to be that dude, even at a young age. So it's always been rap. It's all I know is the culture, period. I dropped out of school in junior high. I dropped out and I started hustling. You know what I'm saying? Try to help moms. Um, I couldn't go back to school because I felt like I was wasting 8 hours in a day that I could be getting money to try to help moms pay the rent, pay the bills, take care of my little brothers. You know what I'm saying? My sisters wasn't here yet, so it was just I dropped out real early. Started hanging with a lot of older dudes because they was dropped out. You know, a lot of people my age didn't drop out yet. So I was out there with the older guys getting all that game. They was really, mentoring me on how to survive really. And yeah, I dropped out. But then when I turned 16, I decided I wanted to be a music engineer. And the school told me that I had to have at least a diploma or a GED. So I went back and got a GED. You know what I'm saying? When I was 16, I walked in. I was on the East Coast. I walked in. Had a program at Penn State. And I just went in there and took the test off rip. I ain't studied for it or nothing and passed it. You know what I'm saying? Because even though I dropped out, I was always curious and I was always big on self-education. So they was like, yo, we got to take an assessment test to see where you at with it. I did the test. They was like, yo, you ready? Aced the test, got up out of there, got my GED, you know what I'm saying? So that's as far as I went, GED.
Okay. At what age would you say you became an adult?
Oh, man, I felt like I became an adult when I dropped out. You know, I took on adult responsibilities. I had my first child when I was a teenager. You know what I mean? So I had to provide for my first born. As a young kid, I was a kid with a kid. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna say I got my first apartment. I think I was about 18 or 17 and a half, 18 when I got my first apartment. And I knew what paying bills was. I knew what, you know what I'm saying, keeping the lights on, putting Pampers on my daughter and, Similac and all that. You know what I mean? I knew what the responsibilities of an adult was by the time I was 17 and a half, 18 years old. So, yeah, man, grew up fast, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. My early struggles pursuing this dream was I lacked the finances. Everything costs money. You know what I mean? And if you the kind of guy that's independent and don't want a lot of handouts, you want to be able to pay for your own studio time, pay for the artwork for the CD, pay for, you know what I mean, whatever you got to pay for, the transportation, whatever, it costs to make music. So The finances was an obstacle for me at first, and I figured that out nickel and diamond. You know what I'm saying? Like um, just hustling and saving that money and taking it directly to the studio and putting that money right into the grind. You know what I'm saying? Um, that was a big obstacle. The second obstacle was it was a lot of fake Hollywood plastic people in the game, and I expected because I came in young. You know what I mean? Like I said, I was already a parent, so I'm trying to get to this dream, and I expected people to be real, and I trusted people too soon, and a lot of people was fake, and they had ill intentions. They wanted to take a young dude and be able to screw over him for 10 years. That's why they was looking for young artists, 19 years old, 18, so they can get them all the way to their 28. I'm gonna eat off you for 10 years. I'm gonna have most of your publishing. I'm gonna have your royalties. I'm gonna inflate the budgets. You're gonna think that we spent 200,000 on this. We really only spent 75, and we gonna pocket the rest. It was just so much fakery in the game that that was an obstacle because I had to figure out how to deal with that. My pops, rest in peace now. He just recently passed, but he left the crib, so I didn't have no contacts with him, and I couldn't really sit down and talk to an older person and be like, yo, what do you think about this contract? What do you think about this move, signing to this label? I would watch my friends in the music business talk to their fathers about certain things, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't have that, so I had to go find it on my own. And I did, fortunately. I found mentors. I found, my homie Elijah Asante. He had a bookstore in Long Beach on the east side, and it was called a Huru Sasa. It's a real, that's Swahili for freedom now. He used to mentor us. He knew what we was trying to do. So he would try to help us out as much as he can, you know what I'm saying? So he kind of like was in that father figure place and helping me get, navigate early in my early years with the contract. So that was kind of difficult. Then I overcame that. And yeah, just adjusting to the fact that people aren't what they say they are, and this is the real devil's playground.
Did you have anyone close to you that didn't believe in your dream?
Not really. My mom, like I said, she put me in the studio when I was 8.
Right. That's my next
You
question.
know what I'm
Who
saying?
was your biggest supporter?
My mother. You know what I'm saying? Like, so even when we was flat broke and poor and didn't have nothing, and the cornflakes turned into raisin bran because the roaches was in the box and the rats and the electricity was turned off and all that, my mom was always like, you can be whatever you want to be. If you want to chase music, I'm going to support you. If I got to take this minimum wage check and put you in the studio, buy you a boom box, get all those magazines you want so you can hang them pictures of Rakim, Cool G Rap, Big Daddy Kane on the wall, Ice Cube, Ice T, Too Short, I'm going to do that. And she's had my back 100, and it gave me the confidence. And I seen, because I had family members who wanted to be in the game, but their mother didn't push them. And I seen the difference between what a supportive parent is and what that looks like, and with somebody who telling you you got a pipe dream. Because my cousins who had mega talent, and I'm not putting it all on their moms, my aunts, but I'm just keeping it a buck, they didn't support them. And I'm here and they working in, in the work industry. You know what I'm saying? They doing respectable jobs, but I know in their heart they wanted to do music. So, people need to really support, their people, man. It goes a long way.
Cool.
The highlight of my journey, I got a few, man. You gave me one, you know what I'm saying? When you did the Rap City episode, you know what I'm saying, in Long Beach. That's one of, I mean, if I make a highlight reel, that's going on there, you know what I mean? Um, it's some homies that's in that camera frame that ain't even here no more, or they doing life right now. You know what I'm saying? That's memories. That's one of they good memories. You know what I mean? That I've been on a double XL cover 3 times. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people who haven't even been on there once. I was on the cover double XL 3 times. I was on cover the Source. Um, Billboards everywhere, being on Death Row Records, you know what I'm saying, and learning the game directly from Suge, and learning game from all the people that he had relationships with. Um, So it's a lot of highlights, man. Slaughterhouse, you know, Hip Hop Weekly. When I did the Hip Hop Weekly series, I innovated a way for artists to market their music online. You know, I created a brand new business model. I dropped a song every week in like 2007, 2008. That was unheard of at the time. Nobody ever did that. And then after I did it, I went on a 52-week run. Then, you know, Kanye had Good Music Mondays and different artists started dropping weekly because they saw my blueprint, you know what I mean? And I take that really, my homie Watson from PSA Hip Hop, shout out PSA Hip Hop, he told me, he's like, your first weekly series is your Illmatic. He was like, that was one of the greatest rap series ever. You know what I mean? So he was like, you know, he opened my eyes because I always wanted to have a contribution to hip hop like America's Most Wanted, you know what I'm saying? Chronic, Doggy Style, something that I could say I did that. And I wasn't even recognizing that my weekly series was that. It opened doors for me. It got me paid. It got me tours. It got me on the cover of the first freshman Double XL magazine. It got me recognition, and it ultimately is one of the reasons why I enter Slaughterhouse. So it did work for me. So the weekly series, I think that's one of my big accomplishments because it also took the black cloud from over my head. A lot of people didn't want to deal with me when I got off death row because they felt like, yo, Suge gonna hop out the closet or something, you know. They was like, something is gonna go down. So a lot of labels and distribution companies and venues, they wouldn't work with me because I had that stigma on me. But the weeklies cleared all that away. So I'm gonna say the first Hip Hop Weekly series, man. Long answer.
Nah, it was a great answer.
Man, I done had some life L's. I done took some life L's while I was doing this music. You know what I'm saying? I done took some L's. I think when my uncle Leroy passed away, he died of cancer. You know what I'm saying? He was a fire chief of Inglewood, and you know, one of the heavyweights in the 100 Black Firemen movement. You know what I'm saying? And he always supported me. He's my father's brother. You know what I mean? And he really didn't like the way that his bro dipped out on his family. You know what I'm saying? So he tried to pick up the slack. You know, Christmas, birthdays, everything. He there, making sure we got something. You know what I mean? And as I got older and I got my own place and stuff like that, when I used to have to go try to shop my demo around, back when shop, for those who don't know, because we in a whole nother era, shopping demos mean you got to go up to the record label and play your music in the office with a bunch of suits and hope to God that one of them feel you so they can kind of damn near cut a check to get you out the hood. You know what I'm saying? So my uncle, he would always let me borrow his car, you know, because I ain't have no car. I had to go from Long Beach to Hollywood to the record labels. And he'd be like, nah, man, go buy you a new outfit. He let me get the Acura back when the Acura was the hottest thing on the streets. You know what I'm saying? And I'll push up. And, you know, when he died before I was able to get my first cover of my magazine. I was able to really start having something I could come back and say, look, Unc, this is what I did. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I was robbed of that. So that right there is kind of a low point for me, man. But I made him immortal on the Slaughterhouse song, Goodbye. I talked about him in my verse. You know, I gave it up to him. And we did that song, and people in the crowd shed tears sometimes. You know what I mean? That's how powerful it is. But yeah, man, that's a pretty low point for me in my career.
Yeah, damn. Sorry to hear that.
Oh, good, thanks.
Relationships. Without saying any names, what was your best relationship as far as with a female?
My daughter's mother's. My daughter's mother. You know what I'm saying? You know, she stuck by me through thick and thin. You know what I mean? You know, being with a young rapper, just getting a taste of real big money, driving European whips all over the place, diamonds hanging all over the place, money. You know, that's a tough, turbulent trip for a young woman to have to sit through. You know, she had to buckle up a few times because I was out there. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it was it was times where we split up, and she'll go back live with her moms in Texas, and then I'll get out there even more. You know what I'm saying? But that's probably her texting me right now. But she stuck with me through thick and thin of everything, man. So, I made sure that when she wanted to go back to when she wanted to get her college degree, I made sure that I was super supportive financially, anything I could do. When she can get her master's degree, I'm right there. I'm right there with you. Get your master's degree. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to support you forever. You know, it don't matter if she across the map, she got my support because she kept it super solid with me.
Okay. What would be your best relationship in business?
Hmm. Damn, that's crazy. I got some pretty good relationships, man. I got my homie Tony from Hitmaker. Me and him got a super great relationship. Me and Royce, we got a super great relationship in business. Whenever we do something together, we make it happen. Royce the 5'9", me and Joel got a super, um, you know, let me see. I mean, I'm in business with my little brothers. It don't get no better than that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's probably that's probably the best relationship. Me and M had a great relationship. You know what I'm saying? We still do. You know what, man? I got mentored by a lot of great people. And one thing that they taught me is not to burn bridges and to try to always keep things transparent and above board. So I keep a reputation of doing good business. So it's like I got a lot of people that I got good relationships with. Thank God.
What was your worst personal relationship?
My worst personal relationship, man. My worst personal relationship. Oh, with alcohol. Yeah, that was my worst personal relationship. Alcohol took me on a roller coaster ride. You know what I'm saying? I'm 4.5, almost 4 and 3 months sober, 4 years, 3 months sober right now.
Congratulations.
Thanks, bro. Yeah, alcohol, bro. That bottle, it's like it ain't no genie in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's a message in there. You know how they say message in the bottle? I
Yeah.
got the message loud and clear. You know what I'm saying? It ran through my health.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It gave me hypertension, acid reflux disease. You know what I'm saying? It gave me some of the worst decisions I ever made. You know what I mean? And it ruined some relationships that I had to come back and try to repair. You know what I mean? So my worst personal relationship, I'm gonna say, is with alcohol.
All right. What about in business?
In business, man, damn, what is my worst? I don't got too many bad business relationships. Um, I'm sure it's something. I'm sure it's something. I ain't got too many. I ain't got too many bad relationships in business. Knock on wood, man. Shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If I could go back and do it all over again, what would I change? I would buy more property. That's what I would change. You know what I'm saying? I bought a couple houses in the strip club, man. You know what I'm saying? Um, you know, I would buy property and invest. I had OG homies telling me to invest, and I wasn't listening. I was like, I ain't doing that. Especially when they would tell me what to invest in. They're like, you need to buy this house over here. And then I go look at the house and look crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I ain't buying that house. What am I gonna do with that? But now the house is worth, you know what I'm saying, some big money. You feel me? So it's like, damn, I should have listened. So I try to figure out ways to talk to the youth and the young guns and get across to them because they really should listen, dog. We be knowing some shit. You know what I'm saying? And my OGs knew some shit and I didn't listen. So if I had to go back and change anything, I wouldn't change being on Death Row Records because, you know, I went to Aftermath and I talked to Dr. Dre, and Dre was looking real interested in me, but Suge was moving faster, and I ended up at Death Row. I wouldn't change that. I wouldn't change getting in the Slaughterhouse, you know what I'm saying? Even though we kind of got separated and we in some sort of a limbo with Shady Records right now, you know what I mean? I wouldn't change that, you know what I'm saying? I learned so much in that group, and, you know, I experienced way better times than bad times. So
What's the limbo y'all in?
it's just kind of like we sitting there. Like we kind of contractually still signed to Shady, but Joe and M had beef for a second, like not real beef,
Yeah,
but you know what I'm saying, like
yeah,
words back and forth.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like Shady's not going to move, in my opinion, on anything that has Joe Budden's voice on it, and Joe ain't gonna put his voice on nothing that got a Shady logo on it. You know what I'm
Y'all
saying?
might just have to kick that nigga out the group then. Kick that nigga out the group and get y'all money, man. That nigga ain't rapping no more anyway. He retired.
He retired,
So
man. I'm trying.
just
I'm
let
trying to put.
somebody else either replace him or
Right.
y'all just rock. Y'all three just do it. No, he don't. He can't stop the show though.
Yeah, I know. Nah, you know what? We trying to get him out of retirement right now. I think we I think he got 1 foot out of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He almost there. We gonna get him out of retirement and have the original squad rock out. But I do, you know, if I got any say so, my vote would be for him and Eminem to sit down because I got love for both of them, and I feel like I'm in the middle of that sometimes as far as, you know, our relationships. But I wish that they would just sit down together, and if I could help facilitate that, that'd be great. Whether we do it on Shady or not, I still think they need to sit down, talk like men. You know what I mean? They don't got to be friends. They go their separate ways. That's fine. And then I'll feel more comfortable moving forward with Slaughterhouse. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not on some fuck Shady shit. You see what I'm saying? So I don't want it to look like that at all. I want to keep my relationship where it's at with them because they got love for me. I got love for them. I want to keep my relationship with Joe. Sometimes you can't have your cake and eat it too, but you know.
I mean, I look at it like this, man. For one, the nigga Joe keep talking about he retired.
Right.
So if you retired, nigga, we got to move on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And if you stick into that retiring, and then this ain't double dutch, nigga. This
Yeah.
our livelihood.
Right.
Like you can't jump in and jump out when the fuck you want.
Right.
You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like my nigga, if you retired, then respect that we got a relationship with him,
Right.
and you already causing friction with him. And if you retired and if you ain't gonna do this, then my nigga, it's all love.
Yeah.
But we gotta move on.
Yeah, I don't think he got a problem with the 3-man Slaughterhouse moving on. I don't think so. I know Royce don't want to break up the original squad, and I mean me personally, I don't either though. But I know Royce, he just like, nah, it's just more of an impact when it's all four of us. You know what I mean? So it's some things to talk about, but we still all got love for each other. And right now, Royce is producing. So I feel like, yo, this is the perfect time for Slaughterhouse to reemerge and reunite. Because Royce, he got the beats on deck. We could just go to Detroit to his studio and we can knock everything out and be straight. You know what I'm saying? I think Joe will get in there. I think he'll get in there.
And then and if not, and then on the M side, it's like yo M, if you ain't rocking with the nigga, just for us, let us go. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let us go and let us do our thing. If you gonna shelf us
Yeah.
because of this knucklehead nigga, then yo, let us go for us, for our families,
Right.
and let us go and feed our families if you can't get along with this dude.
Right. Yeah, we got a legacy.
You know what I'm saying?
We got a
And
legacy.
it gotta keep going.
It got to keep going because
You know what
I
I'm saying?
feel like,
Y'all
dude,
depriving the fans, man.
we've depriving the fans. It been 8 years, right? Since we dropped Welcome to Our House. That was 8 years ago. And that was 8 years ago, and people still talk about Slaughterhouse to this day. My thing is, within that 8 years, if we would have just let go of 2 more records, 3 more Slaughterhouse joints, y'all got to mention us with Wu-Tang, NWA, Public Enemy, Outkast, because at that point, we got the body of work. Niggas know we got the talent to be mentioned in the same breath with them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But we don't got the body of work as a group. If we got 6 albums out, now we could come to that table and say what's good. You know what I'm saying? And get put in those hip hop historic books that we want to see. I'm a culture nigga, man. I love the culture.
Right.
When I grew up, it was about, yo, I'm gonna be just like them. I'm gonna be up there with them.
Right.
You know what I mean? So some people might not look at it that way. You feel me? So I'm like, yo, my voice and my vote as 1/4 of the slaughter is let's work. Let everything else figure itself out. You know what I'm saying? Let's work. Let's put the work in. Let's keep this legacy going. We'll see what's up, man. You never know, dog. We'll see.
Because I seen it. I seen it happen several times when artists ain't getting along with the dude that's in charge. You know what I'm saying? I
Right.
seen it with Cameron
Mm-hmm.
and Jewels and you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
When Jim and Jewels started messing with 50
Mm-hmm.
and Cam held Jewels up for years until your flame is gone. You hot, you scorching, but I'm all right,
Mm-hmm.
all right, all right.
Right.
Year go by, 2 years go by, 3 years go, 8 years go by. What happened?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Same thing with Banks and Yayo. Both of them niggas dropped platinum albums.
Yeah.
Where's the follow ups? You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
And
Banks
we
is,
want them. And we want them. We want the follow-ups.
but when they got problems with the dude that's in charge,
Yeah.
this is what happens, and this is what's in your case. And you, Royce, and Joe, victim of y'all just got caught in the drive-by because of this nigga. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So it's
I
holding up
I think I
something
I
for
think
years
yeah.
that could have put y'all in the conversation of Wu Tang, Outkast, and this because y'all got the content, but
Right.
y'all can't release it.
Yeah. I mean, I think I can't speak for Joe, but if he was here, I would think that he would say that we could have did the 3-man move. He ain't tripping. You know what I mean? So that you have that part of the game, but I think to be honest with you, dog, we all grew as artists. We got a lot more to say now. I feel like right now we could really tear some shit down. You know what I'm saying? And Joe got stuff to say now. It's been a minute. His fans ain't heard from him in a minute. They're gonna be excited that he came out of retirement. They're gonna want to hear what he got to say, how he gonna put all these stories in the rap form. So we got some advantages. All we gotta do is Voltron up. You know what I'm saying? And we be good.
Yeah, well, I hope it happened for y'all either way, 3 or 4.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? But I know niggas is tired of waiting.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? You hear me, Em? Niggas is tired of waiting.
Marshall.
There's someone somewhere watching this right now that's inspired to be an artist, and they just getting merging on the highway to success that you are 50,000 miles ahead of them. And you done seen various potholes in this trip. What potholes can you tell them to avoid?
uh, Negative energy from people close to you. You got an uphill battle. You got an uphill battle. Don't have a downhill mentality because your battle is uphill. Don't have people in your crew telling you you're not gonna make it, you wasting your time, go get a real job. Because you're gonna need a sharp mind and a strong mind for all this shit you about to face. And that negativity could break down your spirit, break down your mind, your thought process. It can make you start getting really insecure about your work and insecure about the future. And fuck that. Stay positive. Keep people around you that's positive. You know what I'm saying? And have people on your team. A lot of the mistake I see a lot of young artists make, they try to do everything on their own. Go and try to find somebody who believe in your vision and put them on the team with you and play team ball with them. Don't try to dictate what's always going on. Sit down and listen to what they got to say. You know what I mean? Because they might have something for you, a jewel. Find that team, you know what I'm saying? And if you on your do-it-yourself level, fine. Do it yourself. Learn about online marketing. Learn about social media marketing. Learn about search engine optimization. Go learn about shit. So you can start cracking through the noise, because it's a lot of noise out here. And it's hard for even major artists on major labels to break through the noise. Build your own fucking fan base up. Don't reach for that million fans. Fuck that shit. If that come, that's great. But that's not necessary. You can have 10,000 people. If 10,000 people spend $100 with you, that's $1,000,000. 10,000 people. How you gonna get them to spend 100? I got a hoodie for 50. I got a t-shirt for 20. I got a whole fucking album for you, and I'm gonna autograph these posters, and I'm gonna put together a $99.99 bundle package. And if I got 10,000 diehard fans, I'm about to gross $1,000,000 as soon as I drop it. Go out and get you 10,000 people instead of looking at, I need 1,000,000 fans, I need 2,000,000 fans, I need to be streaming 1,000,000,000 times. If you build a solid fan base of people who are with you, they will make sure that you eat enough to keep putting your art out on your own terms. You ain't got to go inside no office and go listen to some sucker who don't care about hip hop one bit, don't care about your art one bit. He gonna pull out the charts on you and say, well, how many SoundCloud plays you got? Well, how many YouTube views you got? Well, how many followers you got on Instagram? That's his metric system. It ain't about how good you are. It ain't about all them fucking nights you stayed up rapping in the mirror, making beats. That don't mean shit to him. So you go into him, he don't give a fuck about you. Fuck him. Go to the people. It's all about the people. Build your movement up from the ground up, one fan at a time. Engage with people. Don't think you too big to talk back to people online. And you can make a lot of money and have a nice living out here and do it your way. That's what I would tell them.
What is your focus today in life and in business?
My focus in life is to try to just be a better version of myself, period. You know, the only thing better than you is a better you. You know what I'm saying? So my focus in life is, I'm getting older, I'm getting gray in my beard. You know what I'm saying? They say that comes with wisdom. I'm trying to be open to that wisdom. You know what I mean? I want to make sure that, you know, I'm helping people. I want to make sure that I'm providing a service for people. Um, and I want to, you know, get healthy, more healthy. I just told you about how, you know, the alcohol took me through changes. This pandemic shutdown gave me the opportunity to work on my health. You know what I mean? And I learned how to eat my medicine. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of my main focuses in life right now, is to share my story of eating my medicine and throwing away all the pills that was on my dresser drawer. You know what I'm saying? So on the business side, I'm coming with a nutrition. I got a nutritionalist. Shout out Jay. You know, I got a team. We coming with a diet plan, and we coming with supplements, all natural, so we can help hip hop get off the high blood pressure pills. Because I started talking and telling people, because we don't really talk about our problems. I was in the emergency room hella times. I never posted a picture on Instagram from the emergency room. I never told people that I was in the hospital, you know what I mean? My health was failing. We don't talk much about that, you know what I mean? But when I started talking to people about it, I started learning that they had some of the same problems I had. I sat in a room with some of my homies, we ain't able to talk about it. And they was like, yo, I got hypertension, high blood pressure. I got acid reflux. I'm going around the room, boom, 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 boom. I talked to Roxanne Shante, the OG. She's like, yeah, I got that. You know what I'm saying? I talked to Joel. He's like, man, I got to take these. I'm like, yo, listen, we guardians of hip hop, man. We can't just try to block out the culture vultures and the suckers and the whack rappers. We got to block out the bad health too. Hip hop is aging. You know what I'm saying? So we got to start. I want all the hip hop, everybody in the culture, our people, I want them to be able to throw them fucking pills out. Because them pills gave me side effects that I'm still dealing with to this day. I threw my shit out. I was able to wean myself off with a doctor's help, and I was able to throw my shit in the trash. You feel me? But I'm still dealing with some of the side effects to this day. You feel me? So I'm trying to put together a plan and put it in an app and put it all, package it up, and give it to the people, man, so we can start throwing this shit away. And that's one of my life missions and my business mission. Yo, this is King Crooked, and we all have a story to tell, plus a lesson to learn. And this is my story.